we're on the second case donde tenemos que proteger, or we gotta protect Señor Juan, or Prince Juan. Apparently, Prince Juan is not a real prince according to the history around here, and we have to start the court. But just as we start the court, we'll have a special surprise, because it's not a bird. Okay. So let's see, I got a little bit of a mess here, but slowly but surely we'll work with it. Okay, so once again, Falcon and Sproulson found themselves waiting outside the doors of the Tribunal de Grande Instance. Are you feeling nervous, Falcon? Yes, I am, because short-term memory. What have we learned about Prince Juan? What do we know about the real murderer? Nothing. Easy there, Falcon. We can do this. And that's Prince Juan. Senor Falcon, I trust everything is in order. Absolutely. I have every intention of bringing the truth to light in this trio. Ah, such confidence. That's magnificent to see. And bring the truth to light, you say? And a miracle. No more jousting and immediate guidance. Oh, your case. Cease your yammering, the all's happening. Here we go. Buena suerte, Señor Falcon. We will. Are we ready? We're ready. No, we're not. So here we go. JJ. 17. Nervous? Why would I be nervous? I'm not nervous. I'm calm as a cuckoo. You're the nervous one. This whole courtroom is nervous. Wow, call your fellas, Falcon. Terrible. You can even maintain a strict facade. I thought this trial would be the perfect opportunity for you to redeem your previous embarrassments. But if this is how you act before the trial has even started, why, you pompous tail, posture perfect? Order. Let's all settle down. Court is now in session. Psst, Falcon. What is it? Is it me, or does the primary judge look hairier today? That's a different judge to the one who presided over Dame Catherline's trial, you doofus. Oh, still. Isn't it a little strange, isn't it? A little. It is a little, I suppose. Judge Cornea. So this is a judge, and this is a judge. Excuse me, Your Honor. I was under the impression that Judge Maxine would be presiding over this case. Where is he? Judge McKee has gone on temporary sick leave due to a terrible accident with a flight of stairs. But rest assured, at the source, prosecutor, defense, and members of the jury, that I am more than qualified to fill his shoes. Without further ado, let's get this show underway. This is the trial of Prince Juan Querido, who stands accused of murdering Major Howe and conspiring to murder the king himself. Roll call! The defense is present and ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Good, very good. I expect this to be a nice, speedy trial. I don't want to see this drag out by technicalities and bureaucracy. Well said, Your Honor. I expect that once the court sees the overwhelming evidence, this trial will be over in 5 minutes. 5 minutes? He's just messing with your head, Falcon. Keep it together. So we're on the same page? Excellent. Prosecutor, please call your first witness to the stand. Diana! Espero que estés bien. Gracias por darte la vueltita. Very well. I call the police officer who investigated the crime scene. I call upon Inspector Juste Volerti. Step up to the stand, Inspector, and recite the oath. Sí, el logo nuevo. Vamos a tener estos overlays nuevos. Vamos a tener todo nuevo. Pero eso es, tú sabes, poquito a poquito de 2021 que estoy trabajándolo para poder hacer todo de cantazo y poder hacerlo más lindo y, tú sabes, vernos más oficial. Así, tú sabes, hay que ponerse bien, hay que ponerse regio, como dicen por ahí. So, hay que bregar poco a poco. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Claro. O sea, hay que hacer todo lo posible para que se vea decente el canal, para que se vea como que algo que, sí, ahí yo quiero participar, o sea, que se vea como que oficial. Y claramente, si de repente, pues tú sabes, uno quiere buscar que te den los juegos gratis o que te den los mega streamers, tú sabes, mix-up y cosas así, pues tú sabes, hay que hacerse, o sea, una persona bien de clase, de regia, así, para presentar todo, o sea, ese es el chiste. Ok, so, Coco Rico, Please recite your name and occupation for the record. Ya lo que alto está el volumen. Déjame bajar un poquito el volumen. Sí, la música está aquí super cool, pero te la ponen bien alta y es como que... Mío. So, my name is Inspector Yuste Volarte. I am a servant to the law, a scourge of the gutter rats. That will do, Inspector. We'll hear your monologue before. Wow, Cocorico really is going for the spray record, isn't it? Now, can you tell us what you witnessed on the morning of the 7th of January? Of course. At 10 o'clock in the morning, I was called to the Louvre's Grand Gallery while on the Queen's Royal Guard. Did he just say o'clock? Then, I saw Prince Juan, King Louis Philip, the corpse of Major Howell with a rose in his hand, and around 2 dozen citizens. The citizens and the king himself all attest to seeing Major Howell taking the rose of Prince Juan's hand and promptly dropping dead. And what did the morgue uncover upon examination of the corpse? The coroner determined with absolute certainty that Major Howell died of poisoning. Aside from the prick upon the fingers, there was no sign of external harm to Major Howell's body. Therefore, the poisoned rose must be the cause of death. Putting the pieces together, that does seem very implicative of the prince. I have no further questions. Damn, I was hoping till the coroner report would determine that the guy died from a freak heart attack or something. That would make for a particularly speedy trial, wouldn't it? But no, we aren't so lucky. Something else must have been in the old birth ceremony. Right, I'll tear it apart. Your Honor, I wish to cross-examine the witness. Falcon, wasn't it? Don't waste the court's time. A high-ranking police officer would never lie to a witness stand. I won't accuse the inspector of lying. I just want to make sure that every base is properly covered. Ugh. This sounds like pointless nitpicking to me, but I'll allow it for now. Go on, Falcon. Do your cross-examination. Era el poison. Inspector, you said that current determined certainty that the mayor was killed by poison. Correct. He stated that the signs of safety were textbook. There is no possibility that that's natural. Did the coroner mention specifically what kind of poison it was? He was not certain. At first, the coroner positioned that was a plant-borne poison like that on the aconite flower. But when he learned how fast the poison had taken effect, he noted that it was atypical for aconite. Consequently, he suggested that it may have been something newly engineered concoction. A newly engineered poison, you say? Well, that only reaffirms that his very deliberate assassination attempt. Indeed. Yes. How exactly was Mayor Howell poisoned? What was the delivery mechanism? His finger was pricked by the poison rose. He even commented out loud about it seconds before dying. All 22 citizens who witnessed the murder attest to seeing and hearing this. Is there any possibility that he was poisoned by something else? What absurd thing to ask, JJ. You just heard that 22 people saw the victim prick his finger and die. What are you suggesting? That the pricked finger had no relation to the poisoning? That's exactly what I'm saying. I doubt that Mayor Howell was poisoned, but I do doubt that the rose was the cause. Unbelievable! Only a totally buffoon could fail to draw the blatant link here. JJ, as tempting as it to sit here and lecture you on the basics of cause and effect, I will end discussion painlessly. Sí, este juego es como si fuera los juegos de Phoenix Wright. Y entonces, todos son animales, claramente. Y entonces, de todas las personas te toca que tú eres JJ Falcon. So, claramente eres un Falcon. Y tu alicate es Sparrowson. So, es un Sparrow. Y cada vez tienes que bregar esto con diferentes juicios. Al principio vas con la historia, poquito a poquito, buscando evidencia, buscando diferentes piezas de cosas que te puedan ayudar para resolver los casos. Y después estamos en juicio, aquí, así, tú sabes, en esta grandiosa plataforma que estamos ahora mismo aquí. Pero claramente no todo es lo que pasa, porque en el primer caso es que mataron a una rana. Y entonces te enteras que el que lo mató es por una razón súper estúpida y no era la razón que era, y era súper fun por, ¿sabes? Como que resolverlo. Y ahora con este, pues es el mismo concepto. Supuestamente fue el príncipe de España que lo mató. Viste, aquí podemos decir que fue el otro, porque al otro le comieron la alita. Este tiene las dos alas aquí. Actually, viste, a este le falta la ala. So, a este le comieron la ala. So, ese es el DLC. Resolver quién le comió el brazo a este. Actually, I can't tell him that. So, como siempre, los policías en estos juegos son tan vagos como los de Puerto Rico a veces. y no tienen toda la evidencia para poder ayudarte a resolver el caso bien, y por eso es que este tipo pues está que va a matarlo. I dread to ask, but why not? We did inject the rose for a trace of poison. It just seemed obvious that the rose caused the poisoning, given the timing of the incident. Well then, now would be a good time to make a test. Here's a marvelous thought. We prick the finger of the defendant with the rose. If there is no poison on the rose, then Prince won't leave and he is free to go. If the rose is poisoned, then the prince dies, but that's okay because the punishment would be just as fitting as the crime. A marvelous suggestion. What is this? A witch trial? This isn't America, Severin. That's not how we do things here. Sí, ellos están en Francia, so... Calm your fellas, JJ. It was clearly a joke. There are far more humane to tasting for poison. I'm sure the inspector will perform his duty with due diligence. Actually, we won't be able to test the rose for poison after all. What's that? Given the dangerous nature of the flower, it was destroyed by the police force. Burn it to ashes. Such a professionalism. If we have no way to know whether the rose was poisoned, then this whole trial ought to be called into question. Nice try, JJ. But through the process of reasoning by elimination, we can still deduce with absolute certainty that the rose was poisoned. In other words, there was nothing else at the crime scene that could have caused the poisoning. Wrong. Aquí viene nuestra primera cosa de evidencia que conseguimos. There was something else at the crime scene that could have contained the poison, something the investigative police blindly overlook. Y aquí vamos con el chocolate. Look at this. What am I supposed to be looking at? It is the paper wrapper of a piece of chocolate. Okay, so, un dato curioso que aplica en vida real. Los perros no pueden comer chocolate porque eso le daña el sistema nervioso y pues lo enferma y es veneno. Entonces, el que mataron es un perro. Y entonces pues están diciendo que vamos a tratar de contaminar o decir que todo eso sí, porque mira, Major How. Este perro aquí, tú sabes, bien viejito y cosas así. So, ya tú sabes que vamos a tirar esa ruta. Apparently. It was found in the Louvre, the Salon de Tiber to be precise, and can date its consumption to the day of the incident. You're not suggesting that Major Howe ate a piece of poisoned chocolate moments before he died? I most certainly am. Intriguing, pretty convincing. You gain a little favor with the jury. Do you see this wrapper at the crime scene for yourself, Inspector? The police force did not have nor resources to trial every piece of trash at the crime scene, I'm afraid. In other words, you overlooked it. Astounding unprofessionalism. The prosecution is right to be disgusted. What a disgraceful display, Inspector. I offer my apologies, Your Honor. I don't want your apologies. I want you to be to do your damn job properly. Get off the witness podium before I kick you off myself. As you wish. I'll take my leave. Until next time, messieurs. So let me get this straight. This chocolate wrapper was found at the crime scene. Correct. And you have reason to believe that it was consumed on the day of the incident. I do. I have an expert food tasting witness who is willing to testify if need be. You have a foodie witness? I don't recall anyone like that. Who on earth are you talking about, Falcon? Oh, I see. But do you know for certain that Major Howe consumed this chocolate? Well, that is a fact that we are still investigating. I see. And do you have evidence that this chocolate was in fact poisoned? Again, that is something that might require a little more time to indefinitely prove. So then, in actuality, you do not have evidence that Major Howe consumed some poisoned chocolate. Instead, you have a solitary piece of rubbish that you plucked straight out of the gutter. That's weak even for you, JJ. Let's move things along. I have another witness I would like to summon. He is a man who claims to have an excellent view of the people going in and out of the Louvre at the time of the incident. I call upon Monsieur Toussaint Kinley. Could the witness please approach the stand and recite the oath? Hello. Hello, hello. Hello. Oh, right, the oath. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Please state your full name and occupation of the court record. My name is Toussaint Kinley, and I'm a person who fishes. A person who fishes? So you are a fisherman. Oh, is that how it is? I thought the French justice system was better than this. I beg your pardon. Here comes Toussaint Kinley, the kingfisher. Clearly he must be a fisherman, because, didn't you hear? All kingfishers are fishermen. Well, you are carrying a fishing rod. And? Can a man not carry a fishing rod real bait without being branded a fisherman? Look! The prosecutor is carrying a raiding crop. Clearly he must be a horse jockey. Oh, for pity's sake, fine. We can list your occupation as person who fishes, not fisherman. Thank you. Actually, why do you carry a riding crop, Severin? I never seen you ride a horse. I don't know, JJ. Why do you, a 30-something-year-old with no health problems, carry a cane? This is veering quite far off the course. Could the prosecution please go back into questions? Of course you are. Monsieur Kinley, is it true that you were nearby the Louvre at the time of the incident? Yes, I was sitting upon the railing of Pont d'Arts. Pont d'Arts? That's the new bridge that just stone from the Louvre South entrance, right? That's right. What were you doing at the time of the incident? I was fishing. Pfft, kingfishers. Am I right, Falcon? So you had plenty of opportunities to see the people who entered and exited the palace. Can you tell us who saw? Well, the Louvre's a busy place. Naturally, I saw a lot of people. But at 9 a.m., I saw the King Louis Philippe himself enter the building. He was survived by his entourage, of course. Then around 9:30, I saw this shifty-looking fox lurking around the entrance. Your Honor, I object to the witness use of the term shifty-looking. It's vague and biased description. No, really, he looks super shifty. I saw him rubbing his paws and cackling gleefully. And then I saw him take out a rose and carefully rub the stem. Rub the stem of a rose, you say? As he were applying something to the flowers, perhaps? Well, monsieur, I really shouldn't speculate, of course. It was wrong of me to ask such a leading question. But yeah, it definitely looked like he was putting some sort of powder on the stem. Wow, even I wasn't expecting such a bold admission. Members of the court, it sounds like we have here in direct witness of the defendant readying the murder weapon. The defense claims that the rose was never poisoned, and yet here we have a man who saw the poison in his own eyes. I smell perjury. You do? No question. He saw a shifting-looking criminal readying poison and cackling near the scene of the crime? That's not believable at all. I think you might be right. I wonder if I have anything that calls out Tucson into doubt. Your Honor, I would like to cross-examine the witness. Really? This nonsense again? You said the witness directly described your client readying poison on a rose. Why is there to question? I'm just trying to uncover the truth, Your Honor. Fine. Do your thing. Go on, Falcon. Go and make a fool of yourself. Okay. Pont d'Arts. I saw the king and his entourage in the building. Then around now, I saw the shifting look around the entrance. I saw him take out the power. Yo creo que eso es lo que es. You must be 100 foxes in Paris. How do you know the fox you saw was spring swung? Well, he was wearing a suave hat, a hand over his eyes. I hear that's how they wear them in Spain. I'm not much of a fashion expert, but the rest of his outfit looked like quite pleased for the French winter. Oy. Okay, so vamos para acá. Is that all you're going by? His fashion sense? Oh, I never forgot. I heard he called a passerby Señor. I thought that was peculiar. Well, that's him, alright. Do you have another question about the shifty-looking fox? No. Ah, pues, tú me dejas saber y nos sentamos a jugar. Este viernes se puede jugar. Mañana tengo el juego de D&D, pero después de eso se puede jugar. Tú dejas saber y se puede jugar. Missing Tilly, you say that a fox robbing stem of a rose? Yep, saved my own two eyes. Are you sure you saw powder? How far away were you from the south entrance? 20 meters, perhaps? I'm somewhat doubtful that you can make out a powder being applied to anything that sort of a distance. Monsieur, I don't have claim to seeing the powder itself. I said that it looked like he was applying the powder to a flower stem. I could have been a wax, or a liquid, or whatever, but the guy was definitely putting something on the flower. Well, see, that's nice and vague. Yes. Are you certain that the fox was handling a rose and not some other type of flower? Pretty sure. The red petals stand out quite nicely on a gray January morning. So you are confident. You are absolutely sure they clearly saw the bright flower in the fox. Where are you getting, JJ? I have a reason to believe Prince Von did not possess a rose at all. I think he may be in possession of a spring monk shoot. Or even just a simple daisy. Really? You claiming that Prince Juan did not possess a rose despite 22 witnesses testifying seeing hanging rose to the king? This is a ludicrous line of inquiry. There is zero doubt that the Prince Juan possessed a rose the day of the murder. Agreed. The fans now get over your mind way of thinking. They're stalling. What a buffoon. You said you sit upon the railings upon the outlet. Yes. Monsieur Kinley, you have given you the Louvre South Central, didn't you? Yes, upon the out, there's a great advantage going for seeing the Grande Gallery South side. So que si estaba de aquí, él puede ver todo esto. Like the other entrances? You mean like the entering from Tuileries or Garden or Palace du Carrousel? No, I couldn't really see those from the bridge. But of course, this is right. Monsieur Kid witnessed Prince Juan entering the South Central with flower in hand. That's what counts. What if Prince Juan didn't enter from the South Central? What if he approached the Louvre from Tuileries Garden or the West? That's a big what if. Do you have any evidence entered the Louvre? As a matter of fact, yes, I do. I have definite proof that Prince Juan approached from the West, not the South. Ha! I know what I saw, Monsieur. I'm doubtful too. Go on, JJ. Show us what this definitive proof that Prince Juan entered Tuileries Garden is.